Hello everyone, this is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome and thank you so much for being here with me today. Today is our first project for our November paper pumpkin kit alternatives, and I am super excited about it. Now, as always, this is a pre-recorded video and I am recording it on Sunday, November 20th, okay? And I literally got my kit yesterday in the evening. So what that means is I am not sure I'll be able to make extra videos as I thought I was going to before I leave. I know if you've been here before, you know that I will be taking a little bit of a vacation, and I'm going to be out of the country, which means I'm not even taking any of this stuff with me, of course. And I was planning to kind of have the kit a little bit earlier and record all these videos and just being able to schedule them and have them right there for you. But unfortunately, like I said, I just got it yesterday and I just have not had enough time, or I guess what I should say is I will not have enough time between now and the time I leave to actually create a lot of videos. So with that in mind, I just want you to know this video will be uploaded on Thanksgiving Day, and then I guess the 1st and the 8th of December, those are the days I may not be able to upload those. If I'm able to, then you'll see the pop-up if you're signed up for the notification and whatnot. If I am not, then I'll leave a little note there on YouTube saying that I was not able to make that happen. It is what it is. I'm also trying to make some other videos for my Tuesdays lives, and I think that it's in better shape because I was able to work with those or on those ahead of time, but not with the paper pumpkin kit, which is a little bit sad because I really enjoyed the paper pumpkin kit alternatives. And if you don't know what paper pumpkin kit is and all the schnazzle about it, it is a Stampin' Up subscription that it's a monthly Stampin' Up subscription that costs $23 and $50 here in the United States, and that you will get in that little kit everything you need to create whatever cards or paper crafts they have designed for that month. I absolutely love it. I think on its own it's completely worth it. If you ask me, I think they went above and beyond with the Christmas one. The October paper pumpkin kit were cards, and this kit is mainly tags, and it's just gorgeous, guys. Very beautiful. It also means, now that we're talking about it, that I'm going to have to be very creative in order to make any cards or any options, extra options, because there's no card bases, right? Or envelopes for that matter. So what that means is that I'm going to have to use a lot of ink to create some of that cardstock and just do some blending in our white cardstock. If you've been here before, you know that I try very hard not to include anything extra in this kit, in these videos. So for these alternatives, I will include my tools, so my trimmer, my scissors, different adhesives if I need them. The kit always brings glue dots, and sometimes it brings tear tape, sometimes it brings dimensionals. So you most likely have some of that. Sometimes I will use glue because I prefer that to use on that specific scenario. I will include my bone folder, and let's see, I'm thinking what other options I have that I will include. My take your pick. So Basically, tools is what I will bring to the table. For example, today I'm going to be bringing my blending brush, because again, this has no how you call it, this has no card bases, and I'm gonna have to create card bases. Just in general, I allow myself to bring only a piece of white cardstock or black cardstock, because I am assuming that is something that you will be that you most likely have right handy, because we all have. So if you're into crafting, you probably have that. So let's go to the crafting table. Haha, there I am. I love when this works so well. So I have here, sorry for the glare, this is the box that we got this month. I absolutely love that they've made an extra effort, I feel, or I'm newer to Stampin' Up, right? You guys know, but I feel they've made an extra effort to make these boxes beautiful, and I really appreciate them. Just a quick note, I am a independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and if you are interested in our catalogs or you have any questions, please reach out. My email is maria@mariascraftingcorner.com, and I will gladly help you get catalog, help you with any questions you have. I can help you place orders if that's what you need. And on that end, I have to say, we as demonstrators, we are able to check the new catalogs. And oh my God, I know I've mentioned this, gorgeous. The mini catalog, it's beautiful. It brings so many beautiful stamps, and a couple of things that I noticed, like they are bringing smaller brushes for working with blending, and I cannot tell you guys how excited I'm about that. And so, bottom line, if you want the new mini catalog, let me know. And with that mini catalog also comes the celebration, and it has gorgeous things, just gorgeous. Let me know if you want them. I'm gonna take my email out of there because sometimes it's in the way. So this is our beautiful box, and like I mentioned, you will get everything you need in this box to create whatever projects they have designed. I had to open it ahead of time a little bit to give me an idea of what was I going to do, because it's going to be tough. So the first thing I want to show you is our December paper pumpkin kit. And I really like it because this is a kit that focuses on gift card holders. So that's what you're going to be getting. It's like little boxes with some wraps, very similar to the Halloween one, but it's just gift card boxes that you are able to use all year long. Super useful, beautiful, and it has some add-ons, so you can also make some cards with it. Super cute. Now, with these, with these and the previous kit, we have these beautiful bags that you can purchase. They're like an addition to it. I think it's really worth it. Okay, I'm gonna put these out there. Let me move this out of the way. These are the tags that you would be creating if you followed the kit as is. I cannot tell you guys how much I like them. You will get 12 tags in total, and you will get 3 of each design. I think it's worth it, guys. I've said this many times. The paper pumpkin kit is a wonderful opportunity for you to get your feet wet. If you're not very sure for crafting and paper crafting, this is a great opportunity. And on top of that, you increase your stamp collection because each kit brings its own stamp set, and your ink collection because each kit brings its own stamping spot. And I always try to show you those, and I'm always off camera. But this one's going to be easier because I'm down here. This is a stamping spot. I keep mine and save them for other things, but they are super useful. And so you will be increasing just the amount of colors you have. Now, the kit brings instructions, and they are very clear and self-explanatory. They tell you exactly what to do and how to do it. Very, very nice. And finally, it brings in the back, or it brings all the stuff that you're getting. So in this case, you get, of course, the bases for the tags, the decorations. There's the stamp set. I'm going to pull up this a little bit. And all everything you need for it. This kit specifically brings some twine in there. Gorgeous. It also brings down here the colors it coordinates with, and this one specifically coordinates with black, with cherry cobbler, crumb cake, mint macaroon, shaded spruce, and sweet sorbet. All in all, super cute. Okay, I'm gonna put that up there. Like I mentioned earlier, this kit has no card bases, and we're going to work on cards or three-dimensional, I guess more like three-dimensional in this one. In this video, we're going to make a little box. We've done this in the past. I love them, but this is a really easy way to use those smaller tags that are included in the kit. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I have already use my blending brushes to create my quote-unquote cardstock. If you have cherry cobbler cardstock, you can use that. You can use black if you want to. I wanted red, so I am keeping my red. And this cardstock measures 5.5 by 10.5. Okay. Like I said, I already used my, and here it is, my stamping pad. And I use my stamping pad and a blending brush to just get a reddish color. I really like the cherry cobbler color very, very much, and this is pretty much all I did, with a lot more ink, of course. I did both sides because I wanted, and you can tell there's a little owie there, where this is going to be the inside, of course, so we save ourselves some issues there. But I really like this technique. I think it allows us to extend the options in our paper pumpkin kit. Like I said, this is 5.5 by 10.5, and those dimensions will be included down below. I'm going to bring my trimmer because we are going to start with scoring. Let me move these before I made any messes, because this is going to be a tough one to replace, and we are going to score. So let me go this on the 10.5 side. So I would say horizontal. This seems horizontal to me. We're going to align at the 2-inch mark, and we are going to score all the way. And then we're going to move to the 5-inch mark, and just same as always, I have my cheat sheet here so I can I make less mistakes. And we're going to score all the way again, and then we're going to open our arm, and go all the way to 7 inches. And let me see, I'm trying to make sure I am right there in your camera view. That's much better. So we're going to 7 inches, and we're going to score again. And finally, we're going to go ahead to 10 inches. And I'm moving this back a tiny bit here, and we're going to score, which leaves us with a 1/2 inch flap. That's how we're going to attach our little box. Now, we're going to turn this around, put it vertical, I think, or align at the 5.5 inch side, and we are going to score at 2 3/4, and that's 2 3/4, and I'm going to score all the way around. Okay, and now we're going to remove these. I don't think we're going to need, oh no, I'm just kidding, So this is pretty much half of, let me put it this way, this score that we just made is the half of the 5.5. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which one you use to cut. Now we're going to cut. I'm gonna put this back in here. Move these there so you see what I'm doing. And let me figure it, because I want to make sure that I am going to be able to cover this. Most likely I will, but I just want to make sure. And what we're going to do is we're going to align and cut. Now bring our cutting. So I'm aligning again, making sure it's the same, you know, this is the same measurement. So at 2, and we are going to cut till that score line. So from the top to the score line, we're going to go ahead and align again at 5, and we're going to cut from the top to the score line. And you guys know I move very slowly as I get closer to my score line, just because I don't trust myself when it comes to cutting. I'm going to move these again to 7. These are the same measurements we had before, and cut from the top to the score line. And finally we are going back to 10 inches, and we're going to cut from the top to the score line. Okay, so now we're talking. Now I can stop using this, I believe. I sure hope so. We're going to bring our scissors and cut this little piece. And there we go. And now we have our little box. So we'll need to fold this. I am bringing my bone folder to make those creases. Fold the next one. The next one, and we are folding valley if you're doing it that way, or it would be mountain if you see it the other way, but I would say valley, right? So I fold valley, and valley. And now we're going to give these a quick fold it in that score line as well, and we're going to use our bone folder to crease those. And we have our little box. Isn't this super cute? Okay, these needed to be folded that way, so my mistake. And this will go inside here. Okay, isn't that this so super cute? Okay, so you can do these 2 ways. I have not had decided everything that I'm going to do, of course, because this is kind of a new how would you call it? A new challenge for me. I may create just one big white piece in here that will hold this together, and that will be like the box. It will hold the box, and you'll have, and you'll have like the whole piece here to write or to make something different. I'm trying to debate, or we'll just leave it open and work that way. We'll have to make decisions. Okay, so I did cut ahead of time white pieces. These are 2 7/8 by 5 5/8. And these will go in here. And I cut 4 of them. And then I cut 4 other white pieces that are going to go in here. These are our first layers. The smaller pieces are 1 7/8 by 2 5/8. Okay, so let's start getting these kind of together and deciding and defining what we're going to do in here. I figured that we can use these in here and just leave, like, this is 1/4 more or less, and we'll cut these and then it will work perfectly okay, and it will look so super cute, don't you think? Let me calculate this. So we said this is 2 7/8. That means I want to cut this initially at 2 3/4. It's going to be smaller, but I just don't want to go down too much. And we need another, at least, I think, another 1/4. So I'm just using my right side to start cutting. Okay. And I still think it needs a little bit more, but I just realized that this needs to go horizontal, not vertical. I think I've told you guys I like vertical a little bit more. I'm going to cut a 16th extra in here. This is a tough measurement because this itself, it's not in quarters. Let's see, this is measured in 16ths, and so we had to do that. But I think all in all, it looks okay. Okay, let me align this. This looks okay. So bottom line, we are going to cut these at 2 and, oh my God, I'm so bad at it. It's 2 and 11/16. I think that's what it is. But the easiest way to do it is here's your 2.5, and we'll just move to the next little line there, and that's where we need to cut. So we'll bring another one of these. Whoops. And we'll repeat. Okay. This is going to be much easier because we know where we have to put it. So 2.5, there's, I think it's 2 11/16, but that's the right next to the 2.5. So the little line right next to 2.5, and we'll cut. And that we have for our sides. Now, I am going to let me bring here's the stamp set. I did not show you this today very well. So this is the stamp set, and I think that with this stamp set, we can create a lot of fun in here. I am going to use these ho 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 a lot, I think, to create some pattern paper, same as the candy cane, okay? So let's start putting some of these together so we don't get all confused and crazy. This is going to be our outside. I'm going to bring these two and these two pieces that we already cut. Let me throw this little piece out. And I'm bringing my Stampin' Seal Plus. If you've been here before, you know I use it a lot. It's just easiest for me to use. And we're going to do the best we can is center this. And that's going to go there. And I think that looks so super cute. And we're going to use our Stampin' Seal Plus again and align here. Not align, center. Sorry about that. I always say align. I don't know why. I guess it's a word that comes easy to my mind, I guess. And we're going to do the same here. Center this piece. Oops, I don't know if you guys can tell. I went a little bit, got a little too excited there. We're going to push that one in, and we're going to center this as best as we can. Okay. We're going to put this one in here. Now I am not going to, no, this goes like this. Oh, okay guys, I made a mistake there. My bad. We're going to, so this is the outside. This is how I envision this is going to be our outside, okay? I am not going to decorate necessarily this. I'll think about this in a second. I did not plan on decorating them, so maybe not. This is going to go in here. We're going to find some decoration for this, and then we're going to decorate these tops. If we want to decorate this, we'll probably have to create some more cardstock. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's do these two pieces, which are the ones out here. And for those, kind of what I was saying, we're going to have to get really creative in here. I'm going to use, before I do that one, I'm going to use these two. So I don't know if this is going to fit okay. I think it's going to work well. I really like that it's got black in it. So if you have black and you want to use black, that's probably a really good idea. These measures, how much did we say it measures? 2 5/8. So 2 5/8 is right there, 2.5. But we're going to do the same thing because I don't want to like really mess this up. First of all, okay, let me see. This is 1 7/8, so this for sure needs to be 1 3/4. And same as I have done in the past. I mean, there's a lot to take off, but I want to center in case we have to keep that red. See, we'll need that red there. So I am going to chop little by little. This is a 1/16. I have my, and I'm going to move these here and cut another 1/16. Bottom line, we're just making sure that that red in here stays centered. This needs to end up measuring, we said 1 3/4. So this end needs to be 1 3/4 by, what did it say, 2 5/8 by 2.5. So this is where we're going to go very slow, doing 1/16, just so we maintain that same that well centered. Okay, and we managed there, so that one's done. And I'm just going to remove this because I'm going to end up using all the kit in one card, it looks like. Thankfully, we have 3 of these. So we're going to cut these at 2.5. I was just making sure. So 2.5 is right there. And we are going to take, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and get brave and cut 1/8 instead of 1/16. And I think that will probably help us move a little faster. Okay, and just making sure if that works or if we need a tiny bit more, and I think this is going to work well. Yep, okay, so we have those two. Let's go ahead and bring these here and get our Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm moving these center. And go ahead. Actually, I want to say this. I am a little, I mean, I love making alternatives, don't get me wrong, but these tags are gorgeous. And it's so useful, right? I don't know if it happens to you, but I really sometimes have a hard time finding the right tags or the tags I want. So, yeah. Okay, we're going to add these in here. So this is how our box is going to start looking like. And we're going to go ahead and bring this one here as well. Super, super simple. Like I said, I don't think I am going to decorate these tops. The most I'll put is probably white. Maybe. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure about that. But we are definitely going to decorate this. Not these, because this is going to be the inside. So these flaps we are going to decorate. And we already have our pieces here. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring, okay, I'm moving all my stuff. We're going to bring our stamp set. And we're really going to use that today because, like I said, we need some assistance here. And I have our ho 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 in here, and we're going to create ho ho ho. How would you call it? Ho 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 designer series paper. I'm going to try this in here, making sure it all stamps correctly. And you know what? I was going to do that wrong. So I was going to, instead of writing ho ho ho, it was going to be oh. So I'm going to put it like so. And I am bringing this super fun dot. I am not sure if it has a specific reason for it, but we're going to bring this dot in. Let's see. That is working well. And put someone there. And then maybe someone there. And I want to move one in here. So I'm going to bring my ho again and center it here. And we're going to use just the red dot to fill out our quote-unquote designer series paper. Okay, so we have our first one, and we're going to do more or less the same thing. And I'm going to move these, I think, no, I'm going to leave it right where we had it initially, and that helps a little bit. And we are going to bring our red dot and play with it around, right? It does not have to be exactly like, oops, like that other one. Whoops. So kind of polka dots, right? And again, we're just doing this because we really do not have a whole lot in here. So we have those two, how you call it, our created designer series paper. I am cleaning my little dot. I don't know if it happens to you guys, but red is like disastrous. Every time I'm working with red is disastrous. I end up messing everything. And these reds are like, I have said that on sometimes, like Stampin' Up reds are hardcore reds. They do their job very, very well. I'm going to remove our ho, and I am going to bring our little candy cane, and we are going to create this way. So be mindful that you're using the right position for this when we're going to stamp. Yeah. Okay, I am making sure this is getting all well inked. Like I mentioned in the past, these stamps tend to have some sort of chemical on them at the very beginning, and sometimes it seems harder. I don't know if it's me, but it seems harder to get this correctly. So we are just going to create our candy cane one, and I'm just going to put another one like there. And yes, you could play with them and create, you know, the regular one and do that. I don't know how it's called, but reverse the image. I am not going to do that today. And the last thing I'm going to do, always washing or cleaning, not washing, I guess, is bring our joy. It's a big joy, and I really, really like it. And we are going to go ahead, we're going to try here. You see how it stamps not completely red or not completely colored, and we're going to bring our beautiful joy, and we are going to try to center it in this little piece. I'm just aligning here. I'm not seeing it super red, so I'm going to try again here. Okay, hopefully it works. And we're just going to, let me think for 1 second. No, we're going to put it not center, a little bit towards the top actually. Okay. See, I don't know why that's happening. Can you tell? It just looks weird. So, well, paper has two sides. We are going to try again. I'm going to do the same thing again and make sure that it is stamping well. And we're going to move it again to the top. I don't know why I'm not really feeling safe with this joy. Okay, let's go ahead and leave it as is. We're going to align and stamp, and I'm just doing really good pressure, and it still has some, it's not perfect, but we're going to leave it as is. We're going to bring our little twill if I manage to open it eventually, and we're going to use some of this, and we're just going to create some fun in this thingy. It's such a big piece I cut, right? That's the first mistake I made. It's kind of a very big piece of paper, but this is going to go like here. No, just kidding. Right here, okay? And then the other one is going to go the other way, of course. We have this fun triple twain. I'm really bad pronouncing that. In here. And you guys know I am really not good with making bows. This is less noticeable because it's not ribbon, I think, but okay, let's try to fix this so it looks a tiny bit better. So I'm working as much as I can to put this bow in the center. Actually, now I like it like this. Creates just some fun. Okay, I'm putting this a tiny bit here, and this a tiny bit here, and we're cutting and cutting. Okay, there we go. Oh, I really like it. Okay, so let's now decorate this. I'm going to turn my box around so I have the flaps towards me, and we are going to make sure that these are put in the right direction. So why is this? When we close our box, it will go like this, and quote-unquote flaps will open like in this direction. So our sentiment or our paper needs to go like so. So the easiest way to do that is, like I said, put your flaps towards you and decorate that way. Okay, we're going to start with our ho ho ho. I'm going to bring our candy canes. More ho ho ho. And finally our little joy thing. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to put this one. I was thinking of dimensionals, but let's go ahead and just use these adhesive. You can use, of course, dimensionals. You can use glue if that's easier. You can use tear and tape, whatever you have handy, or glue dots. The kit always bring glue dots. So now this is going to look like so. Okay, that's how it's going to look. I was thinking of using the stamping here to put something else, but I'm not feeling the confidence to do that. I may decorate these flaps with the smaller snowflakes. Let me see, here they are. So the kit brings these super cute snowflakes, and I'm just thinking maybe one there just for fun, something like that. So this is not completely white, and I'm going to bring, I have these fine tip glue pen and I keep forgetting of it, so I am using these today. I love that the cap already has a little pin on it, so this does not dry, but we're going to use this one today to glue our friends, our snowflakies. Okay, and I really want them where they're at. I think that creates some movement to it. Same as always, I forget I have my take your pick, oops, which is what I should be using instead of trying to use my hands. That's so funny. And we're going to just put some glue around and go ahead and put this one here. I may use an extra one in here in this piece, and that was not supposed to happen. So I'm going to put this one in here, and let me bring this other one, and I'm going to put it in there, and then I'm going to bring the last one and put it, yes, there. Okay, super cute. I really like it. That gives it just an extra detail, because in the end this is going to be looking like this before you open it, right? Okay, now the next step is to adhere this piece, and I'm going to bring my tear and tape. I trust my tear and tape a lot, especially for like interactive and special options. And what I like to do is I put a little piece, and then we'll put another piece on top of this one, and then we'll just make sure this sticks really well. Okay, and the easiest way to do this is, I'm going to remove my glue, is to put it like here, and you close, and you have your little box ready. Right now we have to create something fun in here that's gonna pop up. So I'm gonna cut 2 pieces of 3.5. I think this is of 3.5 by 3/4. So here's one, and I'm gonna cut the other one, and another one, 3/4. Okay, and I'm gonna put that on the side, and we're going to score these at 1/4. So I'm just using my right part of the trimmer to score these, because it's much easier, and I'm going to leave them white too. And then okay, and now we're going to put this back in here. We have these 2 flaps that are the ones we're going to attach there, and I'm folding them, and we're going to use our tear and tape again, which is just that measurement, right? It's 1/4 of an inch, so it fits like perfect on it. We are going to take this, and I didn't put this one very well, but I don't think it'll matter, except somehow it has that in there. Okay, I'm removing these pieces because I don't know what that is about. Okay, let's do this, and oops. I always forget to use my baker pick, which is funny, almost ridiculous to be fully honest. Okay, and as you can tell, there's all the red. Can you tell? All the red in my fingers. And the easiest way to do this is hold one here and the other one is kind of loose, and then align and stick. And oops, that got a little bit ahead of us, but there you go. So there's our front area, and I am just going to make it like this so it gets really well attached, and we're going to do the same thing for this. So oops, 2 pieces of tear tape just along those little flaps. We'll remove the backings, and I have a rebellious one that does not want to go into the trash, and another one, and we'll go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to hold one, most likely this one because it's easier for my right hand, and then I'm going to move this here and really figure out where I want this one, and then we're able to, that moved. Okay, now I am holding that one, and now we move this one. Let's hope this works. I'm just going to push them here in a little bit. And just like we did before, I'm just going to like move it this way so we make sure it's well adhere. And now we have our areas to put something there for decoration. Of course, the kit brings a lot of stuff that we can use for decorations. I'm trying to figure out what I really want in here. I'm going to use probably one of these circles that comes with the kit, and it is specifically for this beautiful, I don't know if you can see it, that's much better. This beautiful stamp with this gorgeous deer. And maybe it's not a deer, maybe it's a reindeer, Maria. Hello. And I am going to bring my big block. I hope I don't get my big head on top in front of your camera view. Same as we've been doing. I'm just trying these. Okay, let me bring this closer to make sure that it's stamping okay. Like I said before, is polymer stamps, it seems like I have some soft chemical just when they're brand new, and I like to try them around to make sure that it's stamping correctly. And now my head is probably going to go in your camera view. Actually, I have decided to use the Stamparatus. Let me bring that one. I love my Stamparatus. It's so much easier to use, but mainly it avoids my big head to go in front of your camera view. I took a lot of patience to clean that very well before we move forward here. And now we're gonna get this. It moved a tiny bit. I'm just making sure it didn't move enough that it needs extra adjustments. And now I'm using and I'm gonna put my hand in here. I'm using my ink pad to get that beautifully red, and we're going to go ahead and stamp. What is the beauty of the Stamparatus? I'm sorry about the glare, but the beauty is that if you need to double stamp, guess what? There's no problem. You can do that without an issue. The easiest way to clean something in your Stamparatus is bring the chamois up here and clean. As you can tell, my chamois get a lot of love. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. I am not sure if this is what I'm going to use actually, but let's figure this out. I think I'm going to put this one here. I'm just trying to figure out what else to put in there. And I was thinking of those mint macaroon, but I think they're too big. What if I just did one? Nope, I don't like that. I can put this one though, and I think that will do. Yes, okay, I'm gonna put some glue in here. And that was a lot of glue, Maria. But that's fine. I put it all the way there. And I'm gonna move it a little bit higher. So this is how it's looking so far. I'm trying to figure out what I want there. And I keep thinking of this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. And I think I'm gonna use some tear and tape. So we're definitely going to use this one like that. And I think I'm going to still use the Santa hat. And that's our card. So people will get it like this, open it up, and that's their little card. Isn't that super, super cute? I really like it. I decided that I want to put this Happy Holidays here. And that's an easy add. We're going to put some of our tear and tape. Let's see. I'm going to put it on the corner, I think. There you go. And the last thing I'm going to use, and I know it feels like I'm using everything on this here, but we can put this one like here. And so when people open it, it's just cute, I think. Okay, so this is the card. You put it like this and it will open like so. And I think it just looks super adorable. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I hope you like it. It is super, super cute to give away and to send. So let me go back up. There you go. So like I said before, I really don't think I'll have enough time to make 2 other videos for the paper pumpkin kit alternatives, which makes me very, very sad. But I sure hope you enjoyed today's video. The reality is I got the paper pumpkin kit yesterday, probably like around 4. And you know guys what it is, getting ready for Thanksgiving, getting ready for the trip. It's just a lot of other things that need to be done, and I don't think I'll just have enough time to make any more of these videos. If I do again, if you're receiving the notifications, you'll see them. I just kind of doubt it. Like I said before, I really don't think I'll have the time to make extra videos for the November paper pumpkin kit alternatives. I mentioned it to you guys. I'm leaving this week out of the country, and between preparing some Thanksgiving dinner with my immediate family and getting ready for the trip, it's just being hectic, and I in the end work 8 to 5. So I don't have time through the day to really sit down, design a card, and go ahead and make the video. But if I am able to, please be aware that they will be uploaded on Thursday. If I'm able to, they will be uploaded on Thursday, just as usual. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for being here. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. You guys know how much it helps us here on YouTube. And if you like the general content of the channel, please subscribe to it and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever whenever I upload a video or I am live. If you don't mind sharing the channel, I would appreciate it. I still have my goal to reach that 1,000 people, so counting on you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.